So one of the most important questions I keep getting asked over and over again is what are the top choices for residency and then eventually citizenship? A lot of expats are looking for different type of things. Some are looking for quality of life, a good life in the country, and others are looking for citizenship, a strong, powerful citizenship. And majority of the people are looking for both. They want a safe, stable country which offers a good life, and it also offers a pathway to citizenship. And the objective of this video is going to be to discuss the top 5 choices. And I'm basing my selection on how popular each option is, how much demand there is for each option, what is the number one option that everyone keeps asking for time and again. The second parameter is discussions from different forums and what are people talking about, what is creating the most buzz. So a lot of tracking across different platforms. And then also has my own overall take, and my thinking comes from my personal experience in talking to hundreds of people, hundreds of families that we help, right? So I'm going to start off with the number 5 first, and then I'll walk towards number 1. The number 5 on this list is Costa Rica. And a few reasons why Costa Rica really shines as a residency, as a stable residency option. It's safer, it's nicer. A lot of expat population moves to Costa Rica from all over the world, right? So people from Europe, US, Canada, they all target Costa Rica for a stable family life. The affordability is really top notch. You can afford a lot for a cheaper cost of living. So Costa Rica really shines in that area, and it's also retiree friendly, reasonably or considerably safer. And I think the other major advantage that you would find in Costa Rica is that you have multiple programs that qualify you for the residency. You can go in as a retiree if you're of the right age and you have passive income. But even if you don't have passive income, you can obviously do investment in the country, 160K, and your money remains with you. It's not like a Caribbean program where you get citizenship for donation, where you're giving away your money. It's not a sunk cost. It's investing your own money or diversifying your own cash in the country, and in return you get a very solid residency option. Now, can this lead to citizenship? Yes, it can. It's just a bit longer, and that's why it's number 5 on the list, because the citizenship is harder as compared to some of the other options. It takes 7 years of maintaining the residency in order to then apply for citizenship. So I think this is a great option. Number 4 on this list rather is Brazil. Brazil, for various reasons. The downside with Brazil for normal people, for ordinary people, is that the pathway to citizenship is rather longer. It takes 7 to 8 years to get nationality in Brazil. The Brazilian option particularly gets fast tracked by a few things. So if you are one of these people, one is a family who's expecting a child and you don't mind having a child in Brazil, then that can expedite your naturalization dramatically by simply creating a residency based on childbirth and then living in the country for a year. You can then apply for your nationality. So that's a major advantage for someone who is expecting to have a child in Brazil. If you're getting married in Brazil, let's say you're young and you're anyways looking for a partner, you move to Brazil, and let's say along the way you find someone legitimately, genuinely, you fall in a cohabitual relationship, or let's say you get married even, you can cut short, you can get the same benefit, you can apply much faster. And there's a new option, which is a CPLP based option, where if you are a national of a CPLP country, then you can potentially fast track your naturalization in the same way as if you would have had a childbirth in Brazil. The CPLP also gives you a second advantage, which is you can potentially waive your language requirements in Brazil. Mostly this is available to all the CPLP countries, but again, it all depends upon where you're coming from. Number 3 on this list is Argentina. Argentina shines because it has relatively easy residency pathway. The president of Argentina is trying to incentivize that time, right, where normal options will shut. It's the age of golden options. They want to obviously charge a hefty premium. So he is proposing a CBI option, a CBI citizenship option, where let's say you invest 500K in the country. So far, it's not yet materialized. It's not yet live. We don't know what the eventual program is going to look like. like. There's a lot of rumors that this is not going to include real estate investment. It's going to include certain sectors in Argentina, and the time frame to citizenship necessarily may not reduce. It'll still remain 2 years. But before or currently, you could get a residency in Argentina and then wait for 2 years and apply. But in future, if you're doing that 500K of investment, that will maybe potentially reduce the physical presence requirements in Argentina. That is what we are hearing. It is yet to materialize. But currently, there's a very simple, straightforward residency option through passive income or through dividends or through rental income in Argentina. And you can obtain your residency, and in a couple of years, you can then apply for nationality. The fact that you could apply after 2 years makes this that sweet spot, right in the center, smack bang. This is the number 3 on the list. Number 2 on this list is Uruguay. And Uruguay, because it's much better than Argentina in terms of safety, quality of life, things to do, and stuff like that. I think it's just overall higher quality, and that's why Uruguay is at number 2. The nationality is, it depends. If you're a family, then 3 years of residency, and then you can apply for nationality. Otherwise, if you're not a family, if you're a single person, then 5 years of wait period before you could apply for nationality. The passport is strong, very strong, so you cannot go wrong. It's quality of life, it's a good life in the country, safe life in the country, and then on top of that, you get a very solid passport from Uruguay. Now, if you compare Argentina and Uruguay, good life, Uruguay, faster citizenship, Argentina. So it really depends upon your status. A lot of singles would prefer Argentina. A lot of couples would naturally prefer Uruguay. They fixed some issues with the classification on the passport, right? The nationality was a slight situation for Uruguay, but they have fixed that rule, and now the passport is going to look like a normal, any other passport that you would get through naturalization. Number 1 on this list is a very obvious one. That's Mexico. And the reason why Mexico is number 1 is because the primary reason is it runs flexible in the background. It could be a back pocket residency for a really long time, right? And when I say really long, initial 60 or 70% of the time you can stay in your home country. You don't have to take any action. So you're locked into this program, and it functions almost like a golden visa for literally nothing. You're just simply showing either your income or your sitting bank balance. If you have some for the past 12 months, then you easily qualify for the Mexico option. It's a residency that you keep, and when the right time comes, that's, let's say, after 3.5 years, you take the action, you move there, and then you can apply for your nationality after 5 years. You don't have to do this on time. You can pretty much get the permanent residency either immediately or eventually, and then keep this as a lifelong back pocket option forever, right? You don't have to take the action of changing this to nationality, but you don't know how life plays out, and if a situation demands that you need a citizenship soon, right, then you can pretty much move there, spend some time, and while you're there, you're counting that time towards nationality, and then you can naturalize. The Mexican passport is one of the strongest passports you can ever obtain because of the unique treaty advantages that it has. Excellent Latin and Schengen access, and then it also has the APEC and TN and so on and so forth. So it does have all the strength that you would need from a plan A citizenship. It's a good investment, flexible residency, and towards the end you trigger your physical presence, and then you can naturalize. The other major advantage with Mexico is that it's very close to Canada, to US, and to a bunch of other countries. So it's an easy flight in and out. It's a major developing nation, or I would say it's not developing as such. It's pretty developed to a large extent, and certain pockets are really nice. You can look at Baja California, Mexico City. There's so many beautiful places in Mexico to pick and choose from. The proximity to the US really makes this option a number 1 choice for Americans, and that's why you see most Americans go for Mexico. Very obvious choice. And then the quality of life inside of Mexico, as I said, that it's such a big country, and there's so many beautiful places where you can set up your micro bubble, and it's all about identifying your bubble in any given country. So overall, the country might sound scary. For example, if you look at Guatemala, overall it might sound scary, but if you pick your pocket, if you choose Antigua in Guatemala, then that's one of the most beautiful and the safest places you can be. So same way in Mexico, if you pick and choose your bubbles, your spots, you can be reasonably safe and happy with your family in Mexico. So it's a beautiful classic plan B option. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What is your favorite pick from this list? Is there a country that belongs on this list? Maybe it should be one of the 5 options. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And before you go, make sure you subscribe to this channel so you don't miss out on any of the latest developments and updates. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.